नेक्स्ट वी आर हैविंग सीक्वेंस डेटा टाइप्स. नाउ इसके भी टोटल 3 टाइप्स हैं, बट फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हमें ये समझना व्हाट इज सीक्वेंस टाइप. लेट्स से मैं एक सिंपल एग्जांपल देता हूँ. लेट्स से देयर इज ऑटो स्टैंड हियर एंड देयर इज अ ऑटो दैट इज standing here, and there are many people standing here in sequence to get into that auto. Now let's say this auto is having 4 seats, but since there are many people standing here, so we will go first जो कि लाइन में सबसे पहले हैं. So let's say this one is going first, then this one is second, then this one is third, and then this one is fourth. So ये चारों लोग ऑटो में बैठ जाएंगे. देन दिस पीपल्स आर गोइंग लेफ्ट ईयर. जब ये ऑटो वापस आएगा और इफ़ एनी अनदर ऑटो दैट इज़ कमिंग ईयर, ये तीनों लोग वन बाय वन देन उसमें बैठ जाएंगे. नाउ व्हाट आई वांटेड टू पॉइंट आउट ऑफ दैट कि ये जो लोग यहाँ पे खड़े हैं दे आर स्टैंडिंग इन सीक्वेंस. दैट इज़ वाई whenever any auto is coming, the first 4 people are going to be seated here and the rest will remain here. Now consider the situation if those people are not standing in sequence or standing randomly. Now consider that there is a auto that is coming here. So समझ लो आप क्या सिचुएशन होगा, how these people are getting into that auto. Then वही बात हो जाएगी, जो पहले आया जो पहले कूदा यहाँ पे बैठा वो तो चला जाएगा, बाकी यहाँ बच जाएंगे. So there is no any sequence that is going to be followed here, but there is a sequence that was going followed here. So what you need to understand out of that sequence data type is having some sequence, and sequence means that all of those people can be represented with an index. Let's say ये first position पे खड़ा, let's say this is second position, this is third, this is fourth and this is fifth. ऑटो वाले को 4 लोग को बैठाना है, सो इट विल नॉट कॉल द नेम्स ऑफ दोज पीपल, दे विल जस्ट कॉल बाय इंडेक्स लाइक फर्स्ट सेकेंड एंड थर्ड, जो भी हैं आ जाओ. सो दिस इज द बेनिफिट ऑफ हैविंग इंडेक्सेस, दैट मीन्स दे आर हैविंग इन सीक्वेंस. सो इफ एनी डेटा टाइप दैट इज हैविंग सम सीक्वेंस, दोज आर कमिंग इन सीक्वेंस टाइप्स. Now that you guys have learned what is sequence data type, so in sequence data type, as I've already told you that there comes 3 different type of sequence data type. The first one is string, then list, and then tuple. So first we will start with string. So what is a string? String is nothing but you can say a word or a combination of words, or you can say a paragraph, that is a combination of sentence. So you can simply say if there is a word, let's say for example I write Python. So this is what? This is a word that is a combination of characters like Python. Then there comes combination of words, this is called sentence. So this is what? This is also a string. And there comes, so for example what is sentence? This one, data structure in Python. ये क्या है? That is a combination of words ना, data structure in Python. तो हम बोल सकते हैं simply that it is also a string because it is a sentence, that means a combination of words. Now आप सेंटेंस को कंबाइन करोगे तो क्या मिलेगा? यू गेट पैराग्राफ. सो दैट इज व्हाट? दैट इज ऑल्सो ए स्ट्रिंग. नाउ एवरीथिंग इन पाइथन दैट यू डिफाइन अंडर डबल कोट और यू कैन से अंडर सिंगल कोट, दैट इज अ स्ट्रिंग. ये क्या है भाई? डबल कोट एंड सिंगल कोट. सो लेट्स सी, एक वेरिएबल कोई भी देते हैं, लेट्स से नेम इक्वल्स टू, लेट्स से सम रैंडम नेम नीलेश. सो इफ आई राइट दिस नेम अंडर सिंगल कोट or you can say even double quote, or that is also called inverted commas, like single inverted comma or double inverted commas. So this becomes a string. So आप यहाँ पे वर्ड्स दे सकते हो, यहाँ पे सेंटेंस दे सकते हो, इवन पैराग्राफ भी दे सकते हो. Now there comes a question. Let's say I am defining a variable called number and that is equals to 10. So आप सिंपली अगर ऐसा डिफाइन करोगे तो दिस इज व्हाट, दिस इज एन इंटीजर. बट नाउ आई से कि आई एम गिविंग एन सिंगल इन्वर्टेड कोमा एंड इनसाइड दैट आई एम कीपिंग दैट 10. नाउ अगर आपसे पूछूँ मैं दैट इज दिस अ इंटीजर और स्ट्रिंग, नाउ इट बिकम्स द string because it has been defined under single quote, or you can say if you define that in double quote also, that's fine. But कभी भी अगर single inverted comma and double inverted comma आ जाता है and inside that if you are giving any number or words or sentence anything, that becomes a string. So simply a string is defined to represent words, sentence and paragraph. But remember that even if you define any number inside that single quote or double quote, it becomes a string. So I hope that an overview of string has been become clear. So let's move to Colab notebook and we can see some examples of string so that it will become more clear. Cool. So we are in Colab notebook now. So you can see I have defined some names. Let's say a name variable that is called name A, and I am defining a name called Ankita. Because it's in double inverted comma, it is an string. So let's say I am running this code. So it's connecting. Let's wait. Cool. So it's connected and name A variable has been defined and Ankita as an string has been stored inside that name A. Let's define another name, name B. हमने एक और वेरिएबल डिफाइन किया name B, where I have given another name that is Aman Tiwari. Now let's say I have defined name A and if I just run that name A, what will be printed? It will print Ankita because that was the name that has been stored inside that variable. If I print name B, what will come? It will come Aman Tiwari because that was the variable that has been stored inside that variable name B. Cool. Now चलो ये तो simple names थे, I have stored that inside those variables. Now there comes a special situation. You are storing a sentence, you can say a simple sentence that is called Aman's book. Now you can see one thing in this sentence Aman's book, there is already one inverted comma. Now if you give a single inverted comma outside of that sentence, what will happen? It will be not able to recognize the whole sentence as a string because it will be confused among those inverted commas. So there should be always an opening and closing inverted commas. So if there will be 3, it will get confused. In those cases, double inverted commas comes into consideration and it resolves the problem of single inverted comma. So you can see Aman's book has been stored as a sentence with single inverted comma because at the outside of that sentence we have given a double inverted comma. So let's say I am defining that and again I am printing that. You can see it will print Aman's book. Now I can also show you that how it will give an error if I just give a single inverted comma. So you can see I am giving a single inverted comma and I am running that. You can see unterminated string literal because it was got confused. So it has taken that one as a string Aman because that was in single inverted comma, there is opening and there is closing. Now it has got confused between those words. So that is why आपको ये समझना है कि कब डबल इन्वर्टेड कोमा यूज़ करना है, कब सिंगल इन्वर्टेड. Now let's say I am just defining another sentence. We are here to learn data science and I am printing that. So it will print whatever I have defined. Now if you want to see what is the data type of that para, so as I've already told you, if any words or any sentence or any numbers, even if you provide that within double inverted comma or single inverted comma, it will be string. So you can see if I just print type of para, so it will print string data type. str is just a sort of string. Now I can show you the examples of number that I was talking about. You can see I am defining a number 8, but since I am giving that inside a single inverted comma, it will become a string. So if I just simply do char divided by 2, what it will return? It will give an error. Why? Because it has been stored as a string, and any string cannot be divided by any number. Even though it looks like you are dividing 8 divided by 2, but since it was in single inverted comma, it has been considered as a string, so it cannot be divided by 2. So what you can do, let's say by mistake someone has defined 8 inside a string, so what you can do, you can convert that into integer again. How you can do? You can just provide a int before character. So you can see I am taking character inside a bracket and I am explicitly converting that into int. So now it will be converted into int. So now 8 is integer again. So if I just do 8 divided by 2, now it should return 4, because it has been considered as a number now. It has been converted to integer. And one more important thing you need to notice, that let's say there comes a situation where you are printing some numbers, and again in next line you want to print a blank line. That means you want nothing, you want just a change of line. So in those cases what you can do, you can just print /n. That means a forward /n. If you print that thing, it will return a blank line. That means it will just change the line. So you can see that it is printing 5, then a change of line, and then 6. And if I just not print that one and print only 5 and 6, you can see there will be no space. Cool. So I think string has become more clear. Now we'll be looking towards some of the properties of a string. So let's move toward our presentation again. Now before moving towards the properties of string, first of all we'll be looking at two concepts that is called indexing and slicing. What is that thing? So these two are very important concept, so आप थोड़ा ध्यान से देखना. Now let's say मैं एक string का example लेता हूँ पहले. Let's say Kabir. That's a name which I am taking. Now as we have discussed that a string comes under what? Sequence data type. That means we have a sequence. So remember that auto wala thing. So here k is what? At the first number, then at the second character is what? A, third character is B, then fourth character is I, and then fifth character is R. So this is the position of character we have. Now inside Python there is a term that is called index. Now what is that index? So index represent the position of every character here. Now एक चीज़ आप लोग हमेशा ध्यान रखना, in Python we don't start indexing with 1, instead we start with 0. So k is not at the first position, k is at the 0th position. A is at the first position, B is at second, I is at third, and R is at fourth. So you can just forget this numbering system and you have to remember this numbering system. So this is what? This is the index we have of these characters. So this whole is what? This is a string we have, and inside that string every character has an index, and that index starts with 0. Now there comes the concept of indexing and slicing. Since we have indexes, what we can do, let's say the name which I have defined Kabir, I am storing that in a variable called name. Now if I ask you guys name and then a square bracket, and inside that if I just put 2, so what does this represent? This represent that we have a variable name, and name is what? It is Kabir. Now if you put a square bracket just after a string, and if you put any number, that represents the index, and let's say name is Kabir, the index 2 is having the word B, so it will return B. Similarly, if I say name 0, this will return K. And this concept is called indexing. Now slicing is what? Slicing is just one more step further to indexing, where we are not taking a single character, instead we are taking a group of characters. Let's say I want A, B, I together. So that is what? That is slicing. So how you can do slicing? Let's say name is the variable we have, and instead of putting a single number, I want A, B, I. So A start from which index? 1, and I is having the third index. That means if I put 1 then colon and 4, it will return A, B, I. Now you guys must be wondering that why you are putting 4. It is 3 here, na? So one thing you need to remember, that the ending index of that slicing part is not considered. That means if you are putting 4, it will take up to only 4 minus 1, that means 3. So simply you can say that the starting index is inclusive while the ending index is exclusive. So that's it. This is it, indexing and slicing. Now we'll be moving towards Colab Notebook again, and we'll be looking at those things practically, that how we do indexing and slicing. So here we are in Colab Notebook. Let's say I'm defining a variable called string, and I'm storing a name called Viswajit. Now if I do indexing, that means let's say I want what is the character at 5th index. So 5th index, that means it will start from 0, that means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that means it should return A. Let's see what it returns. So it is returning A. Now you guys must be wondering, what if I give a negative number inside that indexing part? So it should give an error or return some value. So let's say I'm giving -1. What it does? It will return the last character, that means T. That means what? That means indexing can be done with negative numbers also. So I forgot to mention that thing. Let's jump into presentation again quickly and we will understand it. Now मैंने यहाँ पे जो भी एग्जांपल लिया था कबीर का, you can say that indexing was starting with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now एक चीज़ आपको और सीखनी पड़ेगी, that indexing can be done in reverse way also. That means in reverse it start with -1. So here it is -1, then -2, -3, -4, -5. So reverse में कभी भी 0 से start नहीं होगा. It will always start with -1, and then ये जहाँ तक जाएगा that will become more negative. That means start with -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. So आप पूछोगे that why we have a negative indexing again? If we have a positive indexing, why that is necessary? So sometimes what happen that there is a large string we have. Let's say there is a name जो कि बहुत बड़ा है. Let's say this one a name is. Let's say इतने सारे words है we have. Now अगर आप शुरू से indexing करोगे 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say there comes a word approximately here O, and you want the index of that word. सो आप अगर शुरू से काउंट करना स्टार्ट करोगे तो दैट मैट टेक सम टाइम टू काउंट एंड रीच अप टू हियर, एंड आप बीच में कुछ मिस्टेक भी कर सकते हो। नाउ सिंस यू कैन ईजिली सी दैट अगर आप रिवर्स से काउंटिंग करोगे सो दैट यू कैन फाइंड आउट ईजिली बिकॉज दैट इज़ नियरर फ्रॉम द रिवर्स। सो दैट इज़ वाई रिवर्स इंडेक्सिंग कम्स इन टू पिक्चर। सो आप सिंपली -1 -2 -3 एंड -4, दैट मीन्स सिंपली आप बोल दो कि -4 पे है इंस्टीड ऑफ काउंटिंग इट फ्रॉम हियर एंड गो अप टू हियर। So I think it might have become clear. Cool, so that was about indexing. One more thing about indexing. What if I give an indexing number which is larger than the number of characters we have? Let's say in Viswajit we have how many words? We have 10 words. So let's say if I provide 12, what it returns? It will give an error, and that error will be a string index out of range. तो that is pretty clear ना, that इंडेक्स रेंज जो है वो आपने आउट ऑफ रेंज डाल दिया। अगर इसके पास 10 ही वर्ड है सो दैट मीन्स इंडेक्सिंग स्टार्ट विद 0, सो लास्ट इंडेक्स कहाँ आएगा 9 पे। सो अगर आप 10, 11, 12 इंडेक्स डाल रहे हो सो दैट इज़ व्हाट, दैट इज़ इंडेक्स आउट ऑफ रेंज एंड इट विल गिव द एरर। सो दैट वाज इट फ्रॉम स्ट्रिंग इंडेक्सिंग। लेट्स मूव टू आवर स्ट्रिंग स्लाइसिंग। So let's say whatever the string variable we have, let's say I'm printing it again, it's Visvajit. If I just do a slicing from 0 to 3rd index, now remember that what I have told you कि last index जो भी होता है वो exclusive होता है, that means we are taking from 0, 1 and 2 index, not the 3rd index. 3rd is just representing here the last index, but that is exclusive. So if I just print that, you can see VIS. So the 0th index start from here 0, 1, 2, so up to 2 only. Now what if you give the starting index and if you don't give the last index? If I just run that, you can see that it is returning the whole words after the second index. So you can see the second index is S, after S it is returning all the characters. So that means if you don't define any ending index, it will take the last index as the ending index. Now in slicing there comes another feature, slicing with a step. So what is that thing? Let's say आपने जो भी यहाँ पे slicing किया, that was what? That was continuous characters you are fetching. But what if you want to fetch the characters that are alternate characters, not the continuous one? In those cases you can take the help of slicing with a step. So what happens in slicing in a step, you give another column and another value, and this last value is representing the steps that we are taking. So let's say I am starting with 0th index, I am going up to 4th index, that means it is exclusive, so it will go up to 3rd index, and then I am taking 2 as a step. That means if I take V, then I have to take the second word after that, and I have to skip the one word. That means since it is starting with 0th index, it will start from V, then there is a step of 2, that means we have to skip the one character, we have to take the second character, that means after V I will take S, and since I have to go up to 3rd index only, so 0, 1, 2, 3rd, that means I have to go up to 3rd, and since I have to also skip one word, that means I cannot take that word also, and I cannot also go to the next word because that was the last index we have. So we are having the result with V and S only, so that is why it is returning VS. What if I don't provide any starting and the ending character? In those cases it will return the whole string we have. Again the last example we are taking with no starting, no ending index, that means it will consider the whole words. Now we are taking a step of 3, that means we have to take every 3rd character. So that means after starting with V, we have to take not I, not S, we have to take H. That means V, then H, then again escape W and A, then again take G, then again escape E, and then again take T. So that means V, H, J, T. That is the result which we are getting. Now one more concept that comes with slicing is the reversing of a string. So using that slicing concept, you can simply reverse a string. So what was the original name we have? Vishwajit. If I just take colon colon -1, it will just revert that word, and you can say it is returning Tej Aushi. I don't know how to pronounce that, but you can see what it is doing. It is just reversing the word, that is Vishwajit. And not just the name, you can also reverse a paragraph. So you can see paragraph or a sentence. So you can see what was the paragraph we have. The para was, we are here to learn data science. So that will got reversed. So you can see we are here to learn data science, that has been just reversed. So along with the reversing of whole sentence, the words are also getting reversed. Now there might be a situation that instead of reversing the each words, I just want to reverse the sentence. So that might be tricky, but I'll be asking you guys to try it and leave in comments that how you can do it. Then next we have in string is concatenation. So concatenation, if you just see the simple meaning of concatenation in English, it means joining. So that means we are joining two strings. So let's say ABC is a string which is in double inverted comma. Again DEF, if I just take a plus sign, so those string will be got concatenated. That means they will be joined. So you can see it is returning what? A, B, C, D, E, F. Cool. Again, if I just concatenate ABC and DEF along with a space in between, so a space is also taken as a string. So you can see if I just give a space inside a double inverted comma, it is also a string. You can see it has just got printed here. Now you need to take care of that if you do indexing, it is at 0th, then 1st, then 2nd, and this D is not at the 3rd index, it is at the 4th index, because at the 3rd index we have a space. So always remember that space is also taken as a string. Now one thing here to notice, that if you just do 3 times plus, it is concatenating all the words. What if I just multiply with 3 to the string ABC? So multiplication with any constant value to any string, it's just the concatenation of that string into how many times? Into the number of times you are multiplying. So it will concatenate 3 times. That means the same result which you got here, it will be printing the same result. Cool. So that's it for today in string. So what we have seen, what is string, how it is represented, how we can define a string in Python, and then we have also learned how we can do string indexing and slicing. And there are more other things that we can do with slicing, like reversing the string, reversing any sentence, and concatenation. So in the next session we will start with properties of string. That is, one property is called ordered because it is just a sequence data type, so that is simple thing. But we will look at what is that immutable property of string. Then there comes some of the functions and methods. So what are functions and methods? I will also explain that part, and then we will look into some of the functions and methods that are used in strings. Cool. So that's it for today. We'll meet in the next session. Till then, take care. Goodbye.